Like we do at this time on a Friday night, my man Kenny Holt. How you doing?
You already know, man. I go for mine. I got the shine. Now throw your ones up in the sky.
Can you do that anymore without being canceled? That Kanye reference?
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh boy. All right. Starting over in 5, 4, 9, fuck with you. Terrence Watson in the middle at Lower East Square. My man, how you doing?
Yo, what up? What up? What up? It's your boy
Oh,
LES. Yeah,
yeah.
I won't get canceled for that
No, no,
one.
no, no, no.
Shout out to the
Uh,
old year, not
I
this
know
new
we're
year.
doing the post show for following SmackDown, but since we are also basketball fans, we are currently watching Game 1 WNBA Finals, Vegas and Phoenix, fourth quarter. I think the Vegas is up by 3 with like 3 minutes to go. So I know, Ken, you have it on your screen. You'll
Yep.
keep us updated for the next 5 minutes. You can follow me, Randy J. Cruz, RENDY, letter J C R U Z. Find the podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And if you are watching us on X and YouTube, you will see on the bottom, youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Go ahead, download, rate, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show some love and support for your boys on the program. Follow us on IG and TikTok as well at 2 out of 3 Falls Pod. Yeah, man. So we're back Friday night. Kenny Holtz, Terrence Watson, SmackDown just ended. Listen, the group chat. Also, my bad. If you're watching on X and YouTube, any questions, comments, or feedback you might have regarding SmackDown or Raw on Monday, Crown Jewel coming up, or whatever you want to, shoot the shit with us. Let us know. We'll get you on the show with your comment. So in the group chat, I was texting Kenny about the SmackDown. I'm like, this is like up and down. We don't know. Trying to find out what to really talk about. So I know, Terrence, you're in the West Coast. You did not catch up on SmackDown, but Kenny will probably give you the cliff notes in about 2 minutes. Can he do that? Kenny, can you give us a nice rundown version of SmackDown tonight in a very condensed form?
Man, you got me enhancing my inner pardon interruption. So here we go.
Okay, here we go. All right. 2-minute drill.
Okay, first things first. Cody came out, got interrupted by the Vision, with this, and the next Randy Spawn. They had a tag team match here.
Nice.
They had a tag team match. Then the next match, we had Chelsea Green face off against Sol Ruka, the sensation for NXT. So salute to Chelsea Green. Sol Ruka came up with the W and she won it. She wins it here. Shows the NXT is coming to take over. Mello don't miss. Mello motherfucking don't miss. Mello
That's
said,
right.
I
Let
am
him know.
done. If you miss, I'm done with this. That's the easiest breakup. That's like the coolest, calmest breakup where you probably with someone. You say, I'm the problem. You know what? I'm out of here. You know what? Be good, be blessed, and do well. Man, he took out the challenge to face Sami Zayn. Guess what? Miz came and betrayed him. Aleister Black came out and took his spot. Aleister Black got confronted by Damian Priest. Cost him the match. Priest gave him the outsider's edge through the table. Priest wants to challenge Aleister Black next Friday on a last man standing match on SmackDown. So we probably see the end of this match and see how this goes the next direction for Damian Priest.
Mm-hmm.
No LA Knight, no Jay, no Nia. But we also had Stephanie Valkyria and Tiffany Stratton doing their contract signing.
Mm-hmm.
Two Faces facing off Howard Trips. Nothing really jumping off. Not Triple H and Austin back in No Way Out 2001. But we excited to see that. And then we see Julia is going to face off against Julia and her. What's her name again?
Oh, okay. Let me find that out real quick.
Julia and her business partner are going to face off against Tiffany and Stephanie next week on SmackDown. I just realized all these matches are in Australia next week, so pretty big matches coming up. Then we have leading up
Kiana James. There you go. Kiana James.
Excuse me, my fault, Kiana. But we have the Profits versus the Wyatt Six. One more time for the World Tag Team titles once again. where this is the big lead up saying I think the Prophets might finally break up, where they had to give him a little video saying that, you know, we're family, but you're brothers, but are you really family? So is this showing the foreshadowing that the Prophets are going to break up in Perth in Australia? We don't know. We might see it. Finally, we see the tag team match between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton versus the Division. What happens? It's good, entertaining, big suplexes, big moves. Randy's tapping into his inner viper. Seth Rollins comes, boom, curb stomp, big win for the Division over Cody and Randy. Randy tries to say, I need to get one on Cody too. Tries to get him, gets a crossroads, and Cody's victorious. Whoa! His pyro return. Wrestling's fruit.
That was a wrestling.
All right, that was nice. That was nice. Nice little rundown, recap of SmackDown. Terrence is probably still gonna watch it regardless, but that was just a juxtaposite.
Were you timing me?
Huh?
Were you timing me as well?
No, you probably went 3-4 minutes, which is fine.
Oh, it was wonderful. You know,
I felt caught up. It was perfect.
I now know what was going on.
I felt like Chris Berman with the NFL highlights. Back. You know,
back into the video.
Yeah.
That's
the Raiders.
Yeah. Boom. Yeah, that.
So we'll start main event. It was Randy and Cody against the Bronsons. Yep. They picked up the W because of the outside interference from Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Seth went to curb stomp Cody at the end, got denied, and then we had a crossroads onto Seth at the end. Which I was telling y'all last week, like it'll be nice if your Monday Night Raw people go to SmackDown, your SmackDowns go to Raw. So now you've seen a little influx, and I get it. It's probably because you cross promoting Crown Jewel. But if they were to keep that all up going forward, that'll be nice. But like it's Seth. Like when's the last time you saw Seth on SmackDown? Has it been like a while or recently? Kind of recent, but still like
since Palooza, him and Becky came to face off against Punk and AJ.
Okay, well, I would say do it more often. I think it gave a nice little joke at the end because I was telling you in the group chat, I felt SmackDown was kind of like all night. So you add that kind of spice to it. Nothing really else. I mean, it could be a sign that Cody getting his one-uppings now could kind of foreshadow that Seth is going to go over at Crown Jewel, because if Seth would have got the curb stomp on Cody tonight, that tells me Cody would win at Crown Jewel. But I think Seth is going to win at Crown Jewel. We can debate on that. But that was main event tag match. Seth causes he curb stomped Orton.
Yes.
Okay, so he did not curb stomp Cody. All right.
He cost him the match.
Then Bronson and them won the tag match, and that was your main event for SmackDown.
Yeah. Also forgot Javon Williams and Ray Phoenix tagged up.
Javon Evans. Come on now.
Evans, my fault. He tagged up with Ray Phoenix. And they face off against the former AAA tag team champions. A lot of highlights, a lot of big moves. I think Javon might get the push, but let's see what happens. We thought Oba Fenny was going to come and face off against Sammy, but Carmelo Hayes, we was interested to see. They ran it back before, but now they're going to go with Carmelo versus Miz, that different route. So,
all right, so T, let's chime you in. I know we only got to main event, but from what we described, what did you? I know you ain't see it, but what did you make of the cliff notes?
I appreciate the fruit salad, Kenny. The fruit salad of wrestling.
Fruit, no doubt. Eat the mangoes.
You don't stop, man. Don't stop.
Miss. Right now, I'm getting a little bit of a. I appreciate the synopsis, but I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of both. Like SmackDown and Raw have both been getting a little bit predictable. You've been saying it for weeks now, Randy, where it's just like we get the same storylines, we get the same people. That's why we need to kind of do the crossover. So, like, yeah, it's good that that's probably the best thing that comes out of Crown Jewel is that it forces the cross promotion, and so like they gotta start like adding SmackDown and Raw people a week or two out. You know what I mean? Just to at least try to build some semblance of a storyline. But the other thing too is like, you know, I think as much as I'm excited to honor all of the legends, you know, starting with Cena, right? Like starting with Randy Orton, AJ Styles, everybody who's, you know, getting their flowers runs, if you will. I'm super excited to see, you know, Sol Ruka, who's my favorite in NXT. I'm super excited to see Javon Evans, who, in my opinion, you know, from that last match that he had with Sami Zayn last week, I feel like that was his test. Like, okay, let's see how you do on the main show. I feel like he's just one of those, like, we all remember who, you know, where we were when we first saw certain athletes that the wrestling like kind of produces. Like, I remember when I first saw 1, 2, 3 Kid. I remember when I first saw Rob Van Dam. I remember when I first saw Shawn Michaels, obviously. You know, I remember just and I feel like Javon is in that ilk, if you will. Like, he's of that. And I saw a tweet somewhere that said there's a 7-year-old kid today that fell in love with wrestling because he saw Javon Evans. It didn't matter whether he lost or not. You know, like the same way, like my favorite Shawn match is one that he lost. Doesn't matter. It was that great of a match. That's how I feel about Javon. I feel like he's gonna be a ton of younger generations like favorite wrestlers. And I kind of feel that way about Soul too. I feel like she's a part of that new wave. She's finally figured out like a little bit of her style. You know what I mean? She's figured out her gear, like, you know what I mean, like a little bit more of the presentation. And if not for her being hurt for a little bit, like I feel like she was hurt for almost a year or so. I feel like she would have gotten an even bigger push and maybe been on the main roster, you know, already. So yeah, I'm excited for that too. So
yeah. You mentioned Sami Zayn. First of all, Las Vegas wins game 1, 89-86. I know we did the show for It's in the Game on Wednesday with our boy Robin Lumberg. He said Phoenix. So 7-game series, first time ever for the W. So this should be a very long series. Vegas up 1-0. You mentioned Sami Zayn. U.S. challenge. Carmelo accepted. He was walking out. He said his piece. The Miz came out to attack him. So now there's no Carmelo. Aleister Black walks out like, oh shit, really? You out? All right, I'll take your spot. So then Sami Zayn and Aleister Black have a good match. And then going into what you saw last week where he attacked Damian Priest backstage, Damian Priest pulled up and was like, yo, what's up, bro?
Payback.
What's up? And then he got distracted. Sami Zayn got the win. So now that spawns off to a Damian Priest, Aleister Black last man standing match next week on SmackDown, which will be in Perth. And also now the question is, who is the guy that's going to take off this U.S. title from Sami Zayn? Like the U.S. challenge, like when do you think is going to run out? And then who you think is the guy to take the title off of Sami Zayn? The options.
I would honestly like run it back. I want it to be Melo. I'll give it to Melo so Melo can really get that push of a single titles run and really like showcase what he has in like him being like a new for I would say this generation's MVP when he had the US title. So Melo, I think Melo will give that push, and I think he will put the title into good hands and give a little ring for him, you know, with the attitude, with the charisma, you know, and he'll have some some good opponents that would challenge him for the title, and he can have it'll have a good established mid card where, you know, let's just face it, you know, the heels will always drive in someone that's going to make someone fight for something. So faces too, but you know the heels are always going to uphold that. I believe the heels are always going to hold that title and make it last and make it run and create some better stories. So I want Melo to have the title be like, you know, the cocky champion, probably confident, cocky champion. So he might be in a gray area, as we say. So I'm going with Melo.
All right, so you got Melo. T, who takes the strap off of Sami Zayn?
I
And when?
appreciate that answer because I'm a big Melo fan. I have two ways of going at it, right? One, I think we all kind of like fell in love with the idea of Obafemi getting it off of him. So it would kind of still be a surprise. I think everybody was like anticipating it this week. I think down the line, like Sammy will probably get a little bit more of a run, maybe a month, maybe two, and like get Oba ready to really be on the main roster. But imagine that pop when his music plays, people start oohing, ooh, like yo, and then Oba just comes down and like that's the way they introduce him. I would love that. The only other person who I would love to see maybe take the belt off of him, and this I don't know, he doesn't need it, so it's more because of just their history. Kevin Owens, like Kevin Owens come back, you know what I mean? It would be a surprise. You wouldn't really expect it. They didn't really have a series going before. I know it was more him and Cody. He was in that like window, but the two of them have like that forever like frenemies situation. So I feel like that could be like the start of like building him back. And again, in kind of an unexpected way, like maybe like Kevin Owens come through, let them develop a series, and then like have him like climb his way back.
True.
I mean, because what you say could make sense because we saw Oba drop the title last week at No Mercy. So now the speculation is like, all right, maybe does he get called up? And if so, when? I think he might get called up. If it up to me, before Survivor Series, at least. At least by Survivor, because that's the end of November.
Remind me when Survivor Series is, bro.
The end of November.
Okay.
So like another month. I mean, it could be earlier. Could be, but
Sammy has another open challenge match on next week when they're in Australia. So would Oba make an appearance? Would you
do that on a taped show? Because they're gonna tape it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna air because it won't be live. So would you want that reaction to be on a taped environment?
True. But I feel like next week they're having I feel like everything that is happening next week is probably what some fans wanted tonight, but I get it. It's the night before a PLE, so a pay-per-view, excuse me.
Yeah, they're taping that at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe that's a good point, but I don't know if at this point that's what would stop them, from doing it. I mean, like it just kind of the time zones kind of are what they are. Yeah. I feel like we still get kind of exciting, matches, no matter whether they're in Saudi or Australia, where I don't know. I feel you on like the taped aspect that might be a reason to maybe not do it, but I don't know. I don't see that being a reason to not bring him up to the main roster if it is before Survivor Series.
Yeah, I just think don't do it if you're not gonna change the strap. That's just me. Okay, is it call up? Don't call them up, then lose. Like, sportsmanship. No, don't do that.
Agreed.
Because Sami Zayn, if you look at it, Sami Zayn, Oba. Oh shit, who will win the real fight? Probably Obafemi. So it's just timing. Just timing. Come back to the States probably the week after. Then you could pull that off. But I think it's sooner than later he'll get called up.
Randy, who would be your pick to take the belt off Sammy
for the United States Championship? No Jacob, no Solo. I'm trying to recall the SmackDown roster. No Randy Orton, obviously. No. God, who's on SmackDown, bro? If it was Alistair, that would have been cool. Like,
I mean,
I see Damien could be a good spot for him.
You got the Profits. The Profits might potentially break up. Would you put Dawkins or Tez in that?
I would say Montez could be in that conversation. Montez Damian, Mello.
Would you bring back Solo?
Nah.
Mm.
And also, when you watch SmackDown, Solo was saying like one more piece. If he gets one more piece, this whole thing will be complete. So we don't know who this one piece is.
Oh my god!
So we really don't know who he's referring to. He said,
How many
"Once it,
cousins are there?
I don't know,
Yeah,
bro."
yeah.
He
Bringing
said,
him back.
if I get one more piece, everybody's on notice. I'm like, all right, so who the fuck can this guy be? Like,
Yo, what? I think I have an idea
Ooh.
who it might be.
I think I know
Who?
who you talk about, T.
What's my guy? Oh man, what's my guy? I think he's
With a Z.
Zilla?
yeah. What
Zilla
if it's Zilla?
5-2.
He's a little hot right now, and he's in
Okay.
TNA. If I keep me honest here, but
Yep.
I want to say he's in TNA, so it would kind of be a good way for them to like bleed the bloodline story, no pun intended,
Mm-hmm.
into TNA and kind of be able to have them like, give them a reason to go down there for him to come up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that could make a lot of sense.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, that will really drive, and it just brings more to the bloodline draw. And people have been talking about Zilla for a good minute, and he's a Booker T guy, so that will really drive it up and really give it a big bounce, and that can create so much. So I think that would be really good.
The cool thing about that too is like TNA right now is almost reserved for beefing with NXT. But
Mm-hmm.
this way they could kind of permeate all throughout the company and like, oh shit, we getting a little SmackDown action, we get a little, Monday Night Raw action, like,
Yep.
outside of say Joe Hendry, but at this point, he's just everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
It is great. We got the Invasion coming back.
Hey, Showdown now. They changed the name.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I know. Don't blame me, bro. I'm just telling you no. I mean, they had their reasons, but they changed the name to Showdown. I'm like, okay, great. Doesn't like, yeah. That's next Tuesday.
Yeah, WWE.
Also, Kenny, I'm not sure if you know, but they also announced NXT at the theater in the Garden for the 18th of November, the night after Raw.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
So
wonder
Raw at the
I wonder
Garden
those are
on the
cheap.
17th, and then NXT at the theater on the 18th.
Damn.
My goodness. Okay.
When's
And
the
that
last?
yeah.
My fault, Kenny. I was
No. I was just adding to
You're
that.
good.
I have to say.
When's the last time we've had? It wasn't that long ago, wasn't it? CM Punk? You were there, right, Randy? The last time that WWE was in the theater and not like, in the main.
I was there the when they had Raw at the Garden,
Likewise.
but then the following night was NXT
That's when
at
the
the
Hardys
theater. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see what this TNA NXT showdown.
I think it's doing 4-on-4.
Let's go real quick. We'll put SmackDown on pause right now. Only 4 matches. Ethan Page against Mustafa Ali. We're seeing Mustafa Ali pull up to NXT.
Ethan Page and 4.
Ethan Page
Page
for the NXT North American Championship. The Hardys you mentioned against Dark State. Winner take all for the TNA and NXT Tag Team Championship.
I think Hardys are gonna take the pin. Respectfully.
Wow. You think they're gonna take the pin?
I think the Hardys are gonna lose. I mean, they're gonna put on a show, but I think they're gonna give it to the next upcoming tag team talent. So respect to the Hardys. I think the Hardys are gonna take the pin.
Let me get through this, and I got a major question for y'all regarding this. There's a team, a 4-on-4 women's Survivor Series tag match. Team NXT, JC Lane, Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, and Lola Vice against Kalani Jordan, Jessie McKay, Cassie Lee, and Mara, I think it's Sade, for representing TNA. Those who don't know, like I told you a month ago, Jessie McKay and Cassie Lee were the Iconics on the main roster years ago. So now they're in TNA. For the men's side, Ricky Saints, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Miles Bourne to represent NXT TNA. Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose, and Leon Slater to represent TNA. Um, the question I had was that are you a fan that whenever they do this NXT TNA crossover, when it comes to championships, it seems like the NXT people are like taking the TNA belts off of everybody. So like when Kenny said, "Yo, I got Hardy taking the pin," that means another set of championships going to NXT. Are you a fan of that, or like we got to show like TNA got some bodies too, right? Like they can't lose everything. Or am I bugging?
I mean, I don't know. I honestly, I peeped that too. Because it was like, man, like Trick Williams is over there. He's the TNA champion. Kehlani Jordan, you know what I mean? She went over, she became champion. So it's just like
TNA knockout champion.
Yeah. So it kind of was just like, to your point, like I peeped it where it was like, all right, I get that they're the little brother of the little brother. You know what I mean? But if it's really going to be some sort of like, I don't know, competition and really more so collaboration, and you're using TNA as a farm system too, to your point, Randy, I would want to see some of them be able to, also win matches, maybe also win a tag, win something. That's why, like Kenny, I don't disagree with you because I see your logic, but I would hope that they give the legends the honor of like, all right, we're not gonna make you lose to NXT guys, like, you know what I mean, like, like I would hope, but who knows?
Yeah, like I get, at some point in time, you're gonna put the young talent over. Yeah, it's cool. But on paper, Matt and Jeff losing to Dion Lennox and Osiris Griffin is like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy.
I can see a turn. Excuse me. I guess it's a little turn. I mean, they might keep half and half.
I mean, but that means if the Hardys were to win, that means Dion and Osiris got to go on TNA television to get their straps back. Like you got to cross everything can't be on NXT TV. Like let them guys go to TNA and get their shit back. Same with the Kalani Jordans and Trick. Like if you want my shit back, I got to go on TNA television to get your title back. Like that's how it should be because I mean I don't know what other belts they have on their roster, but if your main champion and your knockout champion are represented by NXT, you can't lose the tag title too. Then it's like, all right, what the fuck do we got?
Valid point,
what do we got?
Valid point. And that's why I'm like, I don't know if they would lose. I think the cool thing though would be is if the Hardy Boys do win the NXT tag titles, and then they do like a short stint, like a short run, short series, like 2-3 weeks on NXT, maybe with Dark State. Oh man, I should know these guys, but the two like kind of bar fight looking dudes on NXT, you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
I know who they are. I'm picturing their their faces right now. But anyway, NXT has more exciting like men's tag teams, in my opinion, right now than even the main roster does.
No pun intended.
I genuinely just feel that way. I think that I've been if your complaint, Randy, is like, okay, we need more crossover. My everlasting complaint is the men's tag division on the main roster is just boring. Like I don't care about any of it outside of the Street Profits, and they're about to break up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, one would say that the NXT tag division they're in season, right?
Oh, don't start, brother. All right, coming up next.
Respectfully, yeah. But
the thing is, it doesn't make sense for the Hardys to lose because I did see that TNA's Bound for Glory is October 12th, which is next weekend, Sunday. And they're supposed to have a tables match for the TNA World Tag Team Championship against the Dudley Boys. So you can't lose your TNA straps on NXT when you're supposed to defend them that Sunday. So that's why I expect him to win the match, hold on to NXT, I don't think they lose to the Dudleys. They don't need it.
Mm.
I think Bubba would say, "Yo, if we lose, we're gonna anoint you and say you are the greatest tag team of all time." That could still happen because the Dudleys don't need to be active. Hardys are still more active than them. They win NXT, they beat the Dudleys, and then you find out how the NXT team gets their shit back. So,
Hey Randy, how would you, since we're talking about the Hardys and Dudleys, how would you rate their rivalry out of tag team rivalries of all time?
probably top 10. A tag team rivalry. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
Dudleys and Hardys, which is
which is interesting because it's like every time you mention them, you can't leave out Edge and Christian.
true.
It's just hard. Like, yo, Edge and Christian, who you Dudley's, Hardys. Like they all connect.
Yeah.
Um, maybe Hardys and Dudleys have had a longer rivalry. Maybe I'm not too sure with the timeline, but you can't mention any of those without all of them being involved. But as far as the tag team, like this guy, you gotta go old school, bro. I'm really trying to think tag team rivals that kept going back and forth with the straps and this and that. Like, I know I'm missing current, like more modern day, but like you tell me like fucking Heart Foundation, Demolition, Legion of Doom, and like those kind of like like every time we see each other is on site is smoke. Yeah, modern day, aside from the Dudleys, Hardys, and Edge and Christian, you got to help me out, brother. You got to remind me.
Okay.
Give me an idea.
Didn't you? Let's see.
Oh, New Day Usos.
New Day and Usos.
Okay, I know at least that New Day Usos.
Yeah, New Day and Usos. We had Team Angle versus.
Now, when you say Team Angle, who was that?
Charlie Haas, Shelton Benjamin.
Oh,
Team Angle, Shelton
the
Benjamin.
Real Americans, right?
No. They were just the world's greatest tag team. They called them
That's what I mean. World Greatest Tag Team.
World Greatest Tag Team. They feud a lot with they had some good with at the time, what was it? Benoit and I want to say Benoit and Jericho.
Okay.
Benoit and Jericho. And I'm going back way back. Well, you guys probably can help me out with this. When Diesel and Shawn were a tag team, who was their like big rival who were they rivals when they were going up against?
The Hard Found, I think it's like Owen, Bulldog, Yokozuna, that kind of mix.
Okay.
Right, T?
Yeah, something I was just thinking like it was probably Yokozuna and Owen.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting pairing on paper, but they actually were a really entertaining tag team. I feel like
I'm gonna see who they lost to.
I feel like there was a good series at one point for a quick moment in like the earlier mid 90s with the Head Shrinkers and Bart and Billy Gunn.
They're smoking guns.
Yeah. Mind you, Billy Gunn's still at it, and my man is in his 60s out of everybody, and he can still go, and he looks better now somehow. But yeah, I want to say that they had like a cool series, like Monday Night Raw type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like where the belts kind of changed hands a couple times between the two of them. Trying to think of who else. I feel like there were some good ones. And this is a great question.
The Outsiders versus
are you talking about the E or outside the E?
I'm just talking about wrestling in general. Like we can collaborate from all because I mean WWE and WWF had good tag teams. So I mean we can talk about the E or the WCW. Like if we talk about like legit good tag teams, we got the Dudleys, you got the Outsiders.
I feel like the Outlaws
the New Age Outlaws.
But I'm trying to think of who they had a series with though. Because we're naming tag teams for sure, but
Cactus, right?
What was that, Randy?
Cactus and Terry Funk.
Were they ECW or were they WWE?
They were the E. It was Cactus and Chainsaw Charlie. My bad. Terry Funk.
Oh,
man, that's Terry Funk. His mama name was Terry Funk.
I know it's Terry Funk.
I'm gonna name him Terry Funk.
Rock
and Sock Connection.
Hold up. I gotta look it up. Greatest
Rock
tag
Doc versus
team
Taker and Big
rivalries.
Show, X Pac and Kane.
But
You
again,
know,
these are good. These are good tag teams. Your question was what were the tag team rivalries, and
Yeah.
that's
right?
a really
Okay.
really good question. You know what I mean? Like, cause like there's some that I'm just like again like I don't know why I'm going
Okay.
back.
So from this random site, I'm gonna get a few options. You mentioned the Hardys. See they put Hardys, Edge, Christian, and the Dudleys. So it's gonna be all three of them.
Okay.
Um, I mean, if you really want to go way back,
Let's see.
the Von Erichs and the Freebirds,
I'm lost on that one.
Rock and Roll Express against the Midnight Express, the Heart Foundation, the British Bulldogs,
Yeah.
Legion of Doom, Demolition.
Yep.
Because they felt Demolition was a knockoff of LOD. New Day Usos. Um, they want to see the Rockers and the Brain Busters. Wow,
Wow.
throwback. I'm trying to see modern. Harlem Heat and the Nasty Boys.
That's a
I
That's
can
good
probably
one.
see that.
WCW.
I
That's
can
like
see that.
WCW royalty right there. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I
Wow,
can see that.
Nasty Boys and Harlem Heat.
Harlem Heat.
Um,
Shout out
hold
Booker
on.
T and Stevie Ray. You know what I mean?
Demolition, Powers of Pain, the Outsiders, and the Steiners.
Yeah,
Yo, that
that's
was my
another.
question. I was like, yo, who did the Steiners have a good like series with?
Mm.
Or it's saying the Outsiders?
Because of WCW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's
Now I want to go. You giving me something to do this weekend, Kenny. I appreciate that.
Outsiders,
Now I
man.
gotta
Yo,
go back and like watch this.
you can't take away from the Outsiders in WCW. I don't care if it's wrestling. Wrestling was wrestling.
Trying to find some other
I feel like to go super throwback, and I'm not gonna pretend like
DX against Rated RKO.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The new one, the new one. All right. Well, okay. They were two. They were two individuals.
Oh, how do we forget this one?
What?
The Usos against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I mean, that's a good series. That's
Yeah,
new. That's
they
modern.
were going hard
It
for
was a good series. All
it
right. My
for a
only
minute.
leave out for that. It's a good series, but all the tag teams that we're mentioning, like they've had years or matchups or pay-per-views that always led up to their infraction. I feel like the Usos, Sammy and Kevin, it was based off of a one-time thing. They at WrestleMania it came, and next thing you know, they won it. I feel like it doesn't have the longevity like all the other tag teams.
I see
What
what
else we got
you're
here?
saying, but I feel like the impact was good enough, and the buildup was good enough, and the match was good enough to give it credence to be in the conversation of like all time, like you know what I mean,
Mhm.
good rivalries. I know what you mean. Like some of these are like long term smoke, you know.
Mhm.
But I feel like in that mix of Usos versus Sammy versus Kevin, there's still forever smoke, regardless of how the dominoes fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so, it kind of works. But I get what you're saying, Ken. Respect.
More modern, the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers.
Mm.
Man,
Trying to
yo,
show some love
is
to
there one? And this is a tag team I've always heard about, but I'm not gonna pretend like I know much about like that. They're early '80s, maybe coming out of like the '70s, and I want to say I just know of them having a good series with the Rockers since you brought them up. But didn't the Rockers have like a rivalry with the Killer Bees at one point?
I saw the Rockers a few times on here. Give me 1 second. Um,
I feel
I
like
just
the
saw the
Rockers
Rock.
and the Heart
I
Foundation,
see the
while Brett and
Rockers.
Sean.
I see Rockers and the Rougeau brothers. The Fabulous Rougeaus. The
From
Rockers and the
the
Brain
Canadians, right?
Busters.
Okay.
Damn, I just saw Rockers. That one you talking about? I don't recall.
Could be wrong, but that's like the only thing I could think of
I see
from
Killer Bees
Liverpool.
and the Heart Foundation, not Killer Bees and the Rockers.
Okay. I feel like that was
I mean,
also like an early WrestleMania match too, like Killer Bees and the Hart Foundation, like
bro,
one of the like WrestleMania 2, 3, or 4.
That should sound mad old. Like, yo, the Killer Bees, like
Yeah.
Lord Alfred Hayes and shit. Like, the Killer Bees tonight.
Hey, Randy.
Lord Alfred.
Hey, Randy, hit him with a little Flight of the Bumblebee.
The what?
Flight of the Bumblebee.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't get the reference.
No,
you get it?
I had Bumblebee. I think Transformers. I don't know what Bumblebee you're talking about, so I ain't trying to play that game. It could be a fruit for all I fucking know.
First off, that's from the infamous Dr. Lee.
It's just a classic song. What I will say about the Killer Bees, though, and we can move on. The cool thing about them, the coolest thing about them, is that they actually wrestled in like dunks, like Nike dunks. But they didn't. It was just like it kind of looked like their outfits or whatever. So for everybody that kind of does it now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing new under the sun. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Killer Bees, wherever they may be.
All right. Feet to the fire, both of you, before we move on. Kenny, you go first.
Feet to the fire.
Your 5 favorite tag teams of all time.
I was just. Oof. Well, it's already gonna be unanimous, but these 3 already just. If you wasn't a wrestling fan before and you just watched these 3 teams performed, especially in the match together, it really just brought to you. Especially, it's crazy. The first of this trio's first match was at No Mercy '99, where Edge and Christian fought the Hardys in a ladder match for Terry Runnels' contract. So that was it, and they performed good.
So what team are we putting on the list?
For me, it's Edge. I mean, I'm just saying it's Edge, Ed, the Hardys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudleys.
All right, that's 3.
Yeah, that really sold. And then Royal Rumble 2000, the Hardys and Dudleys, that's what really sold me.
All right, number 4 and 5. What we got?
Even though they won, I would say this because how ruthless they was, and didn't get it. They were really, I would say they were ruthless, but also too, it was just strange to see how they worked as a tag team. It would have been nice to see more of them down the line. I'm going with Triple H and Stone Cold, the Power Trip.
Oh, the 2-man Power Trip.
The 2-man Power Trip.
Okay.
I mean, even before they even got the titles, they were just very ruthless and just the angle. Like, you never in your right mind would have saw Austin and Triple H tag team, let alone win the titles from Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah.
And now you had the 2 baddest men in the E with all the gold. So that is like my sleeper. Stone Cold and Triple H. My last one is the Usos.
Oh, okay.
The Usos. I mean, I remember when they came in mad colorful. They always doing Uso.
Oh yeah, with the colorful joint and like the
colors, orange,
the tree things around the waist.
Yeah, the streamers. But one thing about it was very entertaining. Them flying, but they really have grown within character and everything.
Of course,
we watched them legit grow up into this business. So, and like how they are now, the records, and one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Yeah, I know I'm leaving out the New Day, but I'm sticking to my two-man roster for this. So, Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, Dudleys, the 2-man Power Trip, Usos.
All right, T, you're 5. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do it.
I got it, but I gotta say, Vince really loves that Maya Via when it comes to, you know what I mean, the Samoans or the Polynesians.
He was walking out Survivor Series all fucking smiling, and I'm like, oh my god, who's this guy?
Vince he'll put some tassels and some whistles on some Polynesians.
Rocky Maivia, blue chipper here to the World Wrestling Federation, making a debut. Like,
the World Wrestling Federation.
What a guy!
What an all-around guy!
The guy of the 90s.
Did the same shit with the
Future
fucking
world
Usos.
champion Rocky
So
Maivia.
weird.
Yo,
Anyway,
That's classic Vince,
okay.
bro.
This is a good question. It's one of my favorite questions. Believe it or not, I think about it often. I'm gonna start off with an honorable mention. I have to put the Rockers because that's basically Sean's intro into WWE. So I gotta honorable mention them. Also honorable mention Rock and Sock Connection. I felt like they were my favorite odd couple pairing ever because it's like The Rock hated Mankind and Mankind just wanted to be The Rock's friend because he was
That's
the cool guy. And I love that dynamic. And yeah, they were just a lot of fun. Okay, my five. Kind of like you, Kenny. I'm gonna keep it a buck, right? Like I always like to be honest with our fans. I was in college and like trying to become an adult when like New Day and John Cena and everybody like I'm catching their good work now, right? Like obviously I knew who they were, but I wasn't watching religiously like I did up to high school and more so now. So I kind of missed out on a lot of them. But my five goes back to like my childhood. So I got to start with the Steiners, and I'm talking WWE Steiners, man. Like Saturday mornings, I want to say like they were my favorite to watch. Like I anticipated seeing a really good match. The Steiner recliner, they were doing stuff, that you really didn't see the way they operated, like really as a tandem. Like only a few tag teams could do the stuff that they could do. So I got to put them at five. Legion of Doom. I don't think there's ever been a cooler like tag team. Like you could have somebody now who never saw them and put the outfit on, and it just looks cool, and they'll kind of almost even know what we're referencing. You know what I mean? And that's a testament to like just how cool of a fucking tag team they were. That never. Well, they did split at one point. Let me not say that they did split, but it wasn't. It was more because of other things, right? It wasn't because they wanted to. The Dudley Boys, and I'm talking about all the way from ECW. You know what I mean? Shout out to my big cousin Quincy for putting me on to ECW. You know what I mean? Like he was like basically that older brother figure that lets you watch the stuff that he knew your mom wouldn't want you to see. He put me on the ECW when I was very young, and I was like, "What is this?" And all I can remember is Al Snow coming out with the head. You know what I'm saying? Like wilding to some techno song, and the next
what does everybody want?
But I'm talking pre that. He was coming out to like an ECW to like some like wild rock techno music and had the whole. You want to talk about just to give you, I don't know, maybe Kenny, maybe you didn't see it, but you know who it legitimately looked like, and Randy, you can co-sign this. I know you know. It looked like when Jey Uso comes out, the crowd would be like jumping, wilding. I would say if he had one of the best entrances.
Who? Al Snow, right?
Al Snow.
Oh yeah.
His WW, I mean his ECW entrance was just like Jey Uso, smaller, obviously because of but the energy, insane.
Yeah.
But to that point, it made me fall in love with ECW, and that's when I fell in love with the Dudley Boys. Shout out to Spike Dudley. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how they was brothers, but I loved it. You know what I mean? I just bought into it.
The most believable thing of all time.
The most believable, unbelievable thing of all time. Going to that same kind of like nostalgia, but also reverence. And we was just talking about them, the Hardy Boys. You know what I'm saying? Matt, Jeff, two legends, always at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like we love the Hardy Boys. And yeah, they just kind of brought us through to that, like, that Y2K era, that like, they just had a new flair, a new edge, a new style. And they were two of my favorites. And I want to say my favorite tag team of all time, I had to go with a Shawn team, and it's two dudes with attitudes. Put all the straps on them. You know what I'm saying? Like put Shawn, put Diesel. And they were just fucking cool, man. You had this one little shit talking, like gravelly voice dude with his enforcer that was 7 feet tall and mad cool and would step over the top in his leather outfit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so 9-year-old me was like, I want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that looks fucking cool. Like, those guys
with
They
that
clearly
harmonica.
run the show. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to two dudes with attitudes. My man Diesel, obviously my GOAT, Shawn Michaels. You
That's
know what
right.
I mean?
Click.
When we put that too sweet up,
That's
you
right.
know, back, you gotta take that. You gotta take that NWO shirt off. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, quick side note: do y'all
Yeah.
know when Matt and Jeff Hardy's first wrestling names were?
Oh nah. But they were young though, right? They were like
Real
17.
young. They were young.
They lied to get into WWE. I remember that.
Nah,
Like,
I don't know.
Like when they made videos showcasing the names when they fought each other.
Nah, what put us
I don't
on?
know.
High Voltage and Wolverine.
Oh yeah, I remember High Voltage. Yes.
Who was who?
Matt Hardy was High Voltage. Matt Hardy was High Voltage, and Jeff was Wolverine.
Oh boy. Do you know who, when they debuted on TV, the first time you saw them on TV ever?
King of the Ring. They were the door holders. They were the door holders at King of the Ring.
In what year?
90s.
Like
when Austin won King of the Ring.
96.
Yeah.
I'm talking about being active in the ring.
Oh.
Or just being out there like they are.
Oh, actually fighting? Because they were the door holder. I want to say, it had to be 97 because Jeff fought he fought Razor Ramon and then he fought 1-2-3 Kid.
You know what, Kenny? I don't like you knowing stuff that you shouldn't be knowing. Going back to the King of the Ring door holders. You know what?
He was right.
I don't like that.
He was right. You know what I mean?
If he was, I don't like it.
Damn.
Do you know who? Okay, you probably know this anyway because you know fucking everything. Do you know who the two females were on Triple H's throne at WrestleMania 30?
Oh, Sasha Banks and it was Sasha Banks.
I think it's three of them. Sorry, three.
Sasha Banks.
Hmm.
Damn. I just knew it was Sasha Banks.
Did I stump the Schwab over there?
Who the hell set up the Schwab? Damn.
Bro, I didn't know they were the Hardy were King of the Ring door holders.
Yeah.
Bro,
I knew that one. I ain't gonna hold you. I knew that one.
You did?
I did. I knew that. So when Kenny said it, I was like, okay, Ken knows ball. You know what I mean? Like I knew that one.
I mean, I
knew that one.
Listen, I can find hidden gems too.
We got to go back though, Ken, because I want to say, I think that Razor Ramon match that you talking about happened before the King of the Ring thing, because unless we being technical, because I want to say Jeff lied and he was only like 16 or 17, fought Razor Ramon on a Monday Night Raw in like 93 or some shit like that. And he was way too young. He just lied on his birth certificate and got in the ring.
Ass whooped.
Well, the first time I saw the Hardys do whatever, anything, fucking is when Kane was in the ring, and then he did the whole fire thingy, and then it was a fucking 2-on-1 handicap against Kane. In '98.
You're right.
He threw him over the top rope. That's the first time I ever heard of a Jeff or Matt Hardy Boys, anything. They had these wild colored pants on. I'm like, okay, and
with the black and white boots.
That bro, I don't even know. It was they look like what Bob Holly would fucking wear. Like, oh, what was this? And it was Kane throwing dudes out the ring. Like, oh, Jeff Hardy. And like, Jeff Hardy? That was Jeff Hardy. Also, it was Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Come on, Kenny. You're supposed to know this.
I know things, but I don't know all things. My friend.
Before I move on to two final points, before I do that, anything else on SmackDown? Because I don't want to feel like I left anything out. But if it's not, I'll move right the fuck on.
I would just.
That's worthy enough to bring up.
Oh, well. I'm just interested to see what might happen for, next week in Australia. What's gonna come up. I mean, as we said before, the Profits split is probably imminent to happen.
Yeah.
What's like now we're seeing Julia now tag teaming, so I don't like them ditching the motion of Michin was supposed to chase the title. Now they're like, oh, pause, try something else. So I'm like, okay, so we believe in Julia again. Like, what we gonna do? So it's just a little bit inconsistent, but let's see how they do when they're in international waters versus US. I feel like we're just getting, soda, but overseas is getting, everything crystal clear. We're getting all the good stuff before they're getting all the stuff before it's expired. We're just getting everything that's flat. The eggs are turned over. They don't sit up no more. So that's the way it is.
I only say that because this didn't feel like a SmackDown that had a lot going on. So I just don't want to, to leave anything out. But to answer the question from 10 minutes ago, the top 5 tag teams for me. Surprised none of y'all said New Day. Am I wrong?
I kind of kept it a buck of like I just wasn't watching them. So
okay.
Their big heyday with their real run, I just didn't see.
They started the whole 3 thing. I mean, it was very entertaining, but
the trio,
the trio. So and they were rotating, but I was still thinking on like, yo, the tag team, is usually two people, and one's probably the manager. I'm like, why is this guy outside every time with a trombone? It's irking the hell out of me. So,
I think
when I first started
for me, I'm going Heart Foundation. I'm going New Age Outlaws.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I just don't want anybody getting mad if I don't put LOD in there. I love LOD.
It's your
top,
fault.
whatever.
It's your fault.
I'm just saying because people expect to hear Hardys or LOD in every conversation. Oh, cool.
People not always right.
Like I love Demolition. Not saying like I'm not trying to say I love Demo more than LOD, but it was just something about Demolition that like the outfits, the music, the mask. I'm like, oh, the spikes and shit, like the rivalry with the Heart Foundation. So I might be inclined to pick Demolition over LOD, and people might be like, yo, you bugging out, but Demolition might get a spot. That's right. Probably Hardys. That's 4. Unless I put Demolition as the honorable mention. I'll put them on honorable mention for now. I'll fuck with the Outsiders, Hall and Nash.
It was hard for me to leave them off.
Hall and Nash, bro. When they came out, they
were cooking,
bro. From the crowd with the bats, getting front row. I got my ticket, with the Outsiders.
Bash at the beach, jumping in the pool.
Man, they set that tone.
Hey,
I think honorable mention. I'm still trying to pick the final spot, but I think honorable mention would be Harlem Heat for me. I always love Harlem Heat.
Yeah.
Theme song, just they probably had, and there's a different convo for a different day. They probably had definitely top 5, but top 3 WCW theme songs of all time. And you want to even broader of all the wrestling, Harlem Heat shit is fire. They probably top 25, top 20. I gotta think about it one day, but as far as WCW goes, Harlem Heat's top 3, bro. Harlem Heat.
Not to cut you off, Randy, but that would be a cool ass fucking top 5, top 10 for us to do. Like,
or theme songs.
Yo, think about how many iconic ones. As soon as you said Harlem Heat, the shit started playing in my head. No funny shit. Like, I was like, damn.
It's Booker T theme song. Just without the "Can You Dig It."
That's fire. Everybody was going do.
We'll probably do that Monday night if you guys are around at the Raw. But Harlem Heat, honorable mention. Demolition, honorable mention. In the original top 5 is the Outlaws for sure. Heart Foundation, Hardys, the Outsiders, and I'm going with. Damn, son. I want to put the Usos. I want to put
please.
I like Edge and Christian, but they're not top 5 for me though. For me,
Okay.
they're not top 5 for me.
Brothers of
Damn, Dudley
Destruction.
Boys.
They were just cooler in
They
theory
were,
to me. The
Yeah.
Brothers of Destruction. No disrespect. They had some good matches.
yeah. Damn son,
The Un-Americans.
no. Okay, I got the Outlaws, I got the Heart Foundation, I got Hardys, and I got the Outsiders. Damn, I might fuck with the Usos on that one.
I was gonna say pick La
And
Resistance.
honorable mentions the Harlem Heat and Demolition.
Okay.
Damn, it was Usos honorable mention and Demolition gets that spot. Yo, I fuck with Demolition hard, bro.
So your
if
real
that's
choice is
But I
Demolition.
don't want to sound too old school either, bro.
Nah,
Like,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
That's the era. You know what I'm
Especially
saying?
around your time, like you have more experience with that. Like for the people I have more experience seeing that. Like
but my favorite tag team, bro,
this is yours.
I'm saying probably Heart Foundation. That's
So wait, but you gotta call it. Is it who gets the 5th spot? Is it Usos or is it Demolition? You gotta pick
I probably get Demolition 5, Usos honorable mention along with Harlem Heat.
Okay.
I respect that. Because like again, Demolition was like they set a good foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like they from that golden era, you know what I'm saying? Like with you know the golden era. We don't gotta describe it, but I'm saying like for you to say that, of course that's you were a kid. Like that's when you fell in love with it. So that makes total sense for how many people would want to hear like the Rockers was entertaining. Like they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You watch their matches, they were like, but
yeah, some cool music.
Cool music, cool outfits. They used to do stuff in unison all the time. Like when a lot of
Rockers,
didn't always do that. Like they were.
And you know why I fuck with Demolition too? Because like New Day, that they had a 3-man crew. You know what I'm saying? And then like it just like you go into a tag match, you're facing Axe and Smash. Then like you pin one guy, the ref gets distracted, Crush comes in, they sub out Axe, sub out Smash, new fresh dude comes down, and then win the fucking match. This is when they turn into heels. As good guys, it was just Axe and Smash. Where when Crush got involved, oh shit, 3-man swap. Oh shit, and their rivalry with the Heart Foundation, bro. You can look it up today. When it comes to a tag team rivalry, you're gonna see Demolition and the Heart Foundation. That was along with the LOD, but that rivalry they had in fucking 1990. I know I sound mad old. Demolition Heart Foundation. Come on, bro.
Yo, ain't nothing wrong with being an unk. Anyway, Randy, what was that Crush's intro into WWE or WWF?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I know, because he did not become the Hawaiian Crush dude to like 90 something, then he started wearing purple and black in like 95. So the first time I saw Crush was when he got involved with Demolition.
All right. Damn, I don't even remember that. The Crush I remember was the weird Hawaiian dude. Like that was my intro to Crush.
Oh, hold on. Let me see something before we get out of here. I'm surprised you don't know about Axe. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you this photo.
No, I know Demolition. I just didn't remember.
Him being involved.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh wait, I legit don't remember that. My first like
see right here.
I remember a Crush. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. You know what? Now that I see it, I've seen this before. I feel like the only like maybe it's like that, like that childhood memory, like was burned into your memory. It's just me remembering Crush, like I said, when he did like the Hawaiian, which is again weird.
Fire.
I don't know why Vince was always making people have weird jobs or like personas, man. Obviously he got a lot right, but that one was weird.
That's the SummerSlam 90 match. The 2 out of 3 falls. That's probably where I get the show name from. But yeah. See?
History lesson tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Last part, fellas, before we get out of here. Andrade is now back in AEW.
Man,
what do you think?
Okay.
It's just the first time I've ever seen you leave one place to go back, and then you leave your old place of business to go
there's
back.
been plenty others, brother. Not
Well,
just him.
I know, but I mean, I'm just hopefully that he gets some good work
Does
out of
something over
it,
there. Yeah.
does something, gets utilized. I mean, I wish they would have just utilized him more with the E, especially more with the AAA. Him and Ray Phoenix could have won the titles, done a lot more, especially with the joint. Always him and Mello. Those matches gave us enough to feed all third world countries and have leftovers for us. So
What?
it was just good, man. It was just
See,
good.
you may be talking like he on CNN or some shit. Like,
Come on, what am I, Don Lemon?
yeah, bro. You sound like him. I said Andrade. I hear third world countries. And you, what we, bro?
Kenny reporting from a third world country.
You
Andrade and Mello are scrapping once again.
Yeah, bro. CNN, Don Lemon, Cuomo. Like, what's up? Shit. Cooper, Anderson Cooper.
Hey, just got to make some good analogies, man.
I think you do a great job. It just it's like RKO out of fucking nowhere. Like, hit us off with a little. Yo, listen, I'm gonna hit you up with this. Just be prepared. Like, actually about Andrade, you say third world country shit. I'm like,
those matches gave us enough, man.
Okay, it's cool.
I respect
Terrence, what do you think about Andrade coming back?
I think I was very honest about how I felt about Andrade in the E. I just felt like he never connected with the crowd. And, the most that anyone talked about him was him and, Charlotte getting divorced. And outside of that was him in the matches with Mello. You know what I mean? But, like, we just never what was his last gimmick? He was like I don't even know what it was. He just wore
Again.
suit.
Let's be fair. Was that on him, or that was the creative that said, "Hey, this is what we got for you, Andrade. Go out there and just."
That's okay. That's fair, but I also feel like and it is fair, but I also feel like there's like he had the LWO thing, right? Like then they kind of shifted away from LWO, and like I don't know, like it just never really worked. I just don't. But what I will say is I hope that, he's able to have either more creative control or give a new gimmick or whatever it is out over in AEW, and get another push, get another run. Because he can wrestle his ass off, but I think he falls into that Motor City help me out here.
Machine guns.
He falls into that category for me, where it's like the dude can wrestle his ass off. I don't care because I don't care about his character. I can't connect to it. I don't know anything. I haven't learned anything about. You haven't given me something to make me feel like I should connect to what you're doing, and then I'm like, oh shit, okay, now you know what I mean. And no disrespect, but I don't feel he like, at least with like someone like Ricochet, was just so phenomenal that he was going to give us something that we just never seen. Almost every match, or at least every PLE, we were going to see some shit that is like, all right, I don't give a fuck whether you can talk on the mic. You're going to do some crazy viral shit. He wasn't that. So it's like, all right, like, you know what I mean? Like, his match was the match where I'm like, cool, I'm going to go to the store, get some peanut M&Ms. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wasn't loving him. So anyway, I'll say all that to say, good luck, Andrade. I hope AEW treats you well. Amen. You know what I mean? I hope you get another run and, get to do something dope.
Amen. On that note, also, let's cap off with this. I was gonna get into more of The Rock. I'll probably do that more on Monday. Give more time for that. But to cap off the show, first of all, those who chimed in, over 160 of you people have chimed in. Thank you. We appreciate it. Most importantly, support us. Go to youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. We appreciate all the downloads, the likes, the subscribers. We're about 571. We're climbing that ladder like a ladder match. It's a very long ladder, but we're gonna get there. This past Wednesday was the 6-year anniversary of Dynamite. Dynamite 6 years already. Wow, can you fucking believe that?
I mean, we got those pandemic years, so it feels like 3. You know what I mean? But it was 6.
But that first year was
it was something. It really
yo.
Dynamite. It was like Wile E. Cody and Roadrunner. Dynamite.
Acme Dynamite.
Acme Explosion. Yeah.
Bro,
nah,
that
it
shit
really
was.
was. It really was. Wow, damn, 6 years already. That's crazy.
Yeah, nah. I was gonna say no. They probably tied with Nitro. I think Nitro was 95 to 01. So I mean, I got to see the exact months and everything, but they're in the ballpark of like either passing Nitro or they pass him already. And you would think Nitro was like around for like 10 years, 15. Oh, Nitro, NWO, and it's
It was
6
the
years.
It was the impact. You know what I'm saying? Like even WCW's run as a whole, to your point, right? Like it just feels like it was longer because of like what it did for the business. And so like, and I know we don't really talk a lot about AEW all the time, but keep it transparent. I am rooting for them for the same reasons. Like if they do well, you know what I'm saying? It just makes wrestling as a whole do better.
And the fans get good shows.
100%.
Yeah.
So it's like, they got a different style. We tend to, if we're keeping an honest, favor, WWE, but every now and then I'll flip over and see what's going on AEW. There's definitely some people over there who I'm, a fan of. Shout out Swerve, you know what I'm saying? So there's definitely some talent over there. And Cope, the legend.
Cope.
Mercedes.
That's right. Tony Storm, MJF.
Who I love Tony Storm. So like they have talent in their own right for sure. So nothing.
You love Tony Storm more than Chelsea Green?
No, because this podcast always salutes Chelsea Green. Make sure you clip that.
That's right,
Randy. we gotta clip that. Shout out Chelsea Green.
Making sure. On that note, fellas, Friday night, 11:15. Appreciate y'all. You can follow Kenny Holtz at Cowabunga_K_E_N, Lower East Scribe. My man Terrence Watson and myself, Randy J. Cruz, RANDY, letter JCRUZ. Find the audio podcast on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, also on Amazon Music. And the video podcast on youtube.com/Cruise Control Podcast. Again, go ahead, download, rate, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show us some love and support for your boys on the program. Also on Instagram and TikTok at 2 out of 3 Falls Pod. We get some nice, interesting comments once in a while on those platforms. So go ahead and follow us on there. For myself, Randy Cruz, Kenny Holt, Terrence Watson. See you Monday night following Raw, right? We good for Raw? Yep. I just know I know next Friday might be a dub for me. So we're just gonna pack everything in on Monday night.
But.
All right, fellas. I see y'all. Love y'all.
Peace.
All right.